All right, we'll let everybody file in here, but just want to commend our team, our entire organization. It took everybody today after playing, our worst half of football all season long, trying to do everything really in our power to lose the football game. We came back in at halftime, and our team had a decision to make. Our coaches had a decision to make. I thought our captains, by the time our coaching staff, came out to our players and to give them the pseudo plan for the rest of the half, or for the second half, guys like Patrick Peterson, Kirk Cousins, Eric Kendricks, Adam Thielen, Brian O'Neill, C.J. Ham. Really, I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but Dalvin Cook. That's who I heard. I heard our leadership telling our guys, we've been here before. Maybe not that much, maybe not the need for the largest comeback in the history of our league, but this team believes in each other, and we just had to go try to play good football. Regardless of score, we just had to try to play good football and just see if we could apply some pressure to our opponent before it was all said and done, and we were able to do that. So we set a goal to win this division at the very beginning of training camp. We have not talked about anything else besides winning the division. We knew how important that would be for our organization and our team. Now we've got to take this moment, both the things that we clearly need to correct early on in this football game, but see if we can harness the energy that it takes to set a record like that and compound that moving forward to have more complete performances, which is what this team is always on the strive to do. And I need to do a better job as the head coach demanding our standards, 4 quarters, to continue to give ourselves a chance to continue playing as long as they'll allow us to play this year.
How do you wrap your head around that?
Yeah, Chris, it's hard, man. It's hard. I really haven't at this point when you're trying to do something like that. And really offensively, we were, in a lot of cases creating things, in a lot of cases getting players, seeing what kind of looks we could attack to just kind of generate maybe some things we didn't talk about or practice, but our guys handling it. And how about our quarterback? You cannot win the football game the way we had to go win it without your quarterback playing at an incredibly high level, willing. We talked last week. I thought him and Justin tried to will us to win that football game last week. I think we just watched him do that, amongst the other phases of our football team when we had to have it.
How trained are you?
I cannot say enough about our fans. I mean, although I felt it and heard some of the, some of the rightly due displeasure with our team in the first half, the moment that we could get some, enthusiasm back in this building. No matter how far-fetched it seemed that we would come back, our fans were right there. And you felt them. It was unbelievable. And then, when I don't know if I've heard a building like that, like we did in the end. And that energy is what has really pushed us all year. And when we needed them the most, they were at their best.
When did it move from far?
Incredible game. I think that the fact that our defense only gave up 3 points in the second half was critical. Reminded me of the Eagles game when same thing, we were down and they just didn't give up any points in the second half. And I had to remind myself of that as we were playing, knowing that if our defense can do that, they allow you to hang around and keep getting back in it. I think the fact the fans stayed to the end and provided so much energy is a big deal. There was one time where they were doing the Skol chant, and I was surprised that they were still in it the way they were. And so grateful that they were there with us all the way through it to the end. Great to obviously show that there was no quit and to keep playing hard and finding a way. And then it's just so important that this is one step in a much larger goal, and it's an important step. It's a step that you talk about when you go to training camp and the season begins. But there's obviously more to go. So. Great to win, great to come back. I had no idea it was the largest in NFL history. Something like that doesn't happen to average people. So I'm proud of the way the group did that. And just got to keep building from here, and there will be an enormous amount of things to correct. So I'll take any questions you have.
What's the story with the
Okay, this is going to happen.
That's a great question, because I was asking myself that. Like, at what point does it become a normal NFL football game? And I'm off the top of my head here. When we cut it to, was it 15? When we cut it to 15, that's when I felt like maybe there were 12 minutes left, something like that. I thought this is right there. And then again, it keeps going back to the defense, getting us the ball back, holding them. We gave them short fields. So we made it hard for our defense to hold up the way they did, and they still did. And then when you think about, Sully returning a couple fumbles for touchdowns that didn't happen, I mean, it's another thing you kind of overcome to get to where we did.
As a veteran leader, what